familiar faces. Let's go fucking faster! Anyway, guys, today's vlog is gonna be a bit of a sensitive one, right guys? So if you're no good with sensitive content, we talk about death, then this is not the vlog for you. But for those of you who aren't too bothered about death, then stick around, or if you're interested in what I have to say. So, the reason for me vlogging about death right now is because it's all around us. You can't stop it, and we're all going to die. I know, depressing much, but it's true, we're all going to die. And it's kind of depressing to know it, but you'll probably end up going to be forgotten unless you do something extraordinarily good. And you're never going to have anything, most likely the average person is never going to have anything special to be remembered by, and that's depressing. And I've just been thinking about death recently, mainly because I have seen a few deaths, or one death. I've seen one person die. I've had a family member die, which I didn't actually know too well, but through much when I was younger, I knew really well. But before they died, they didn't even remember me. I've had friends die. I've heard of people dying all around, friends of friends, and there's been a lot of death in my life, believe it or not, and I'm only 17 years old, and that's depressing to think, really. You could be any age and you could hear of any amount of deaths. You could be up to 24 and no one you know has died. You could, actually I've got this one, why not? Go on a little adventure. You could be 12 and about 20 people you know have died. You just don't know who's going to die and when. So I have a couple stories for you, generally about what I've talked about here, the deaths of people I've seen die and stuff like that. And I just hope you find entertainment about it. So, the story of when I watched someone die. So I was walking down the city centre with my mate, and this old man decided to cross the road when there was a red light for some cars, and he decided to walk in front of a lorry. Now mind you, lorries are quite high. The windshield's higher than the average person, I think, off the top of my head. So this old gentleman walks in front of it quite slowly because he's older, and the light turned green. Of course, as he was in the lorry's blind spot, the lorry moved, actually crushing the man underneath the lorry. Of course, he did notice, and I was there to watch this, he did notice, and everyone panicked. So everyone dropped what they were doing, rushed to the lorry, and went to pick the damn thing up. Of course, that's never going to work. No matter how many people there are, you're never going to lift a lorry. So this poor old man was stuck underneath there. The emergency services arrived. People were trying to keep him conscious but couldn't get a response underneath. The emergency services arrived, and what ended up coming out from underneath the lorry when I yanked him out was quite graphic. His leg was ripped in half, like from the knee backwards. So his leg was ripped in half and he was dead on sight. There was nothing they could do for him. Now the only thing I could do at the time was call my family and say, look, don't come into town, there's been a death. But there was nothing else I could do about it. So that's the time I watched someone die. And the odd thing is, as I had no relation to that gentleman and didn't know of him, I had no feeling towards the situation. There were people all around me crying, and I had no fucking feeling about it. So I was there just like, whatever, it's sad, but what can you do? And everyone was bloody freaking out about it. So, I'm going to try and get in front of you in a minute. Come on, little bike, go. But yeah, so, our story of, this is quite a recent story actually. So, out of respect to the family, I know it's all practically public information at this point anyway. As everyone's read it on a website and stuff like that, but I'm not going to get into details of the family name, the name of the child and stuff like that. But someone my age went missing. No one could get in contact with him, no one knows where he went. He was gone. So, and I knew this lad from primary school, which is first school. For anyone who is in the UK, it's the first school you go to. So in primary, I was there with him. Now me and him, we used to fight a lot. Yes, we used to have good times and play all the time, no, kids do, but we used to fight a lot. So me and this kid, we got along sometimes, but fought a lot. And recently he went missing. No one could get in contact with him. He was searching for him but couldn't find him. 4 days later, he was found. Dead. And that is the most depressing thing I think I've ever seen. Or ever heard of, sorry. Someone I actually know missing for 4 days, everyone's panicking because they can't get hold of him, and he's dead. Like, what is worse than that? I feel so bad for his family. He has a little brother and everything, and I feel so sad about it. That's fucking terrifying. The scarecrows on this fucking road sign, that's terrifying as shit. But yeah, it's depressing as fuck, man. I mean, now it's unsure how he died. No one actually knows apart from the family, and I bet it's going to stay that way. And even if I knew how he died, I wouldn't say, because it's not my right to, and it's completely, oh shit, I'm speeding. I'm actually speeding. Oh, it's alright, the speeding camera only faces one way. I have no plate on the front. I'm good. Holy fuck. But yeah, even if I knew how he died, out of respect for that family, I would not say. But yeah, he was found dead. It's an unsuspicious death, so police know and the family know. But no one else does. So it could have been anything. For all you know, he could have climbed a tree and fell out of it. It's a scary thought. But knowing that I knew that kid very well in primary, I knew his family. I went to martial arts with that family. Well, my family as well, but with his younger brother went to martial arts with me, and I knew them. And it is quite depressing when you come to think of it. Someone you know could just go like that, and it's really actually upsetting. Now, because I hadn't spoken to that person for quite a while, I didn't think much of it, in all honesty. There wasn't much of a reaction from me. It was kind of one of those, that's depressing, but there's not a lot you can do. I need some bit of better control on my front brake, I need. So every time I push it, and I put my rear brake on, I just slide on the rear brake. The rear wheel just slides, so I need to start watching that. But yeah, it's like, I guess what I'm trying to say in this video, guys, is you never know when someone's going to go, how they're going to go, or why they're going to go. But make sure you always spend as much time as people you can. And as I've started to realise this, I'm going to start spending as much time as I can with people, because at the end of the day you never know who's going to go and why and where. So do what you can with the people you love. Even the people you're friends with, don't even love them, you just like them. Do what you can with them, because one day, before you know it, they'll be gone. Shit, this was a depressing vlog. Fucking hell. Anyway guys, if you have shared any experiences or had an experience which you want to talk about, put it in the comments. I'll make sure to read them and reply. If you have any clue what you want me to talk about in a future MotoVlog, because I know this one's quite depressing and not a lot of people like sensitive, depressing bullshit. So go put that in the comments too, what you want me to say, because I don't like talking about these sensitive subjects. I mean, if that's what you want to hear, I don't mind doing it, but it's not something I want to do for future. But if you want it, I'll do it, I guess. I don't really mind too much. I just don't want every vlog to be the same depressing stuff over and over again. So I'm going to cut this off here. Remember to comment whatever you want to see in a future vlog. If you have a similar experience or any experiences, put it in the comments. Like the video, the support is greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you want to see more content. I'm going to try and start uploading more vlogs. I'm going to try and do it every Saturday if possible. And share the channel, because a couple subscribers, a couple of your friends is a lot to me. Alright? Every single one of you means something to me, and that's why I'm trying to get back to the vlogs rather than uploading like fucking close calls and crap. But anyway guys, I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna go and try and not get so depressed, so I'm gonna go on a nice big old ride. I'll see you in the next one.